Now in this second video, in Module 1, Getting Started, the next lesson is going to be on installing JDK, stands for Java Development Kit, JRE, Java Runtime Environment, and Eclipse. Okay, so a really brief introduction on what JDK, JRE, and Eclipse is, because I'm going to explain them in greater detail when we get to Module 2, Lesson 3. If you want to write Java programs, you need to use the Java Development Kit. Think of it as a toolbox. You don't have any tools, you can't build your house. So that's all there is to it. Simple. JRE is a Java runtime environment. If you want to run Java programs, you need to install it on your computer before you can run Java programs. The easiest way to think about this is, most of you people know what Flash is. You know, Flash games and YouTube. Most of you know what PDF files are, PDF, and you should realize that, you probably also realize that if you try to open a PDF or watch a YouTube video on a computer that doesn't have Flash or doesn't have PDF, you can't open the PDF document and you can't watch that Flash video. Simple. So this is the exact same thing. In order to run Java programs, you need to install this plugin on your computer. That's it. Now Eclipse is a program that we're going to use to develop Java programs. This is like what we use in school, Dreamweaver and PHP Designer, but this one is specifically for Java development. All right, that's it. So now, what I would recommend you do is to check if you have, this installed. So quickly show you how to do it. Now I'm using Windows XP. For those of you who are using Vista and Mac, it's kind of the same, same process. In Vista, you go Start, and then you see like a little text box down here. In that text box, you type in CMD to get the command line. All right. So now in XP, it's one extra step. Go Start, Run. So in Vista, this kind of shows up automatically at the very bottom when you hit Start. So go CMD, and you're at command line. So when you're at command line, what you want to do is you want to go Java-version, and that'll tell you what version of Java that you're using. Okay. In this case, I know it's installed. I'm using Java version 6, update 11. The details of it, don't worry about it. So this test that I have the runtime environment. So this test that I have JRE installed. So if you want to test you have a JDK installed, go javac/-version. Now it won't be installed on this computer. Nope. So javac or JDK is not installed. Okay. So now here we have two options. Number one, what you can do is, let me tell you the option that I do not recommend, and then I'll end with the option that I do recommend. So what I don't recommend you do, but I included here for convenience, is that if you don't want to download these programs, what you can do is you can use the ones that I've attached onto the CD. So you simply click on it, right, and you can save it, and then you can run it. Right, so this is JDK, JRE, and Eclipse. The reason I don't recommend that you use this is that it's better if you download it from the internet. That way you get the latest version of the software. So now the way to do it is, if you see here, I have a link to JDK, JRE, and Eclipse right off the website. So if you click on it, it's going to bring you right to the Java website where it says here Java SE Development Kit. So JDK version 6, update 11, and what you have to do here is simply select the platform that you want to install it in, and then install it, and you select the, well, don't worry about the language. And same thing with JRE. Click on that. It brings you straight to the website where you're downloading Java runtime environment. Select the operating system that you're using, and go from there. For most of you people, it's going to be probably, the download will be like just a couple of minutes. It's pretty straightforward. Now the last one, Eclipse. If you click on the link from my website, it's going to bring you to the Eclipse website, and again, it's they're talking about downloads and mirror. They give you all these selections. Don't worry about it. Okay. The second one in the middle of the screen, a couple ones down, says download from. It's going to automatically select the correct mirror to download from. Don't worry about where mirrors are and everything. It's not really relevant to what we're doing. So Canada University, okay, so just, without editorial here, I don't know why they need to tell you exactly what mirror, because for most people it really doesn't matter. It just causes confusion. Just click on it, okay, and then it asks you to, and you're downloading basically the latest version of Eclipse. Now, what I want to show you with Eclipse is if you click on this link here where you go to Downloads Home. Now, I purposely skipped this page here because, as you can see, there's a lot of links and it's really confusing. So if you're downloading Eclipse for Mac OS X or Linux, Windows, there's options here. Now what we're doing is I'm getting you to download Eclipse ID for this one here, the 85 megabyte download. So this will take a few more minutes than the JRE and JDK downloads. What I didn't do is I didn't point you to this one because this one here is like this is over twice the size. And includes all kinds of tools that we're not even going to use. So there's no point in spending all that time downloading that when we're not going to use any of it. So I recommend to download this one and then simply choose your operating system. But like I said, if from the website, if you click on Eclipse, it's going to jump you right to the page where you're ready to download it. Okay. Now once you've done that, and you've downloaded it, now I have them ready to go on my desktop here. It's a simple matter of basically running it. So I'm going to walk you through the installation really quick. So let's do GRE first. So this software has already been installed. Do you want to reinstall it? Sure, it can't hurt. All right, because that way at least you know that you're running the most updated version of GRE. So just wait for it to install. Okay, so I paused the video there a little bit because, just to shorten it up. License agreement, accept it. And so now it's installing. And finish. How's that? Pretty easy. Okay, so the next one is now you have GRE installed. Now you can run Flash programs, but you still can't write Flash programs because you don't have the tool to do it. And the toolkit is right here. All right, JDK. So let's run that. Okay, license agreement, accept it. Okay, and when installing new software, always recommend if you can keep the default settings, like don't change anything, just always recommended. Okay, so just install it. Okay, and this is also a very simple installation, and that's about it. Just hit finish and you're done. Okay, so once again I paused it again in the middle, so that's why your screen looks like it kind of skipped a bit. Okay, asking to register. I'm gonna forget about it. Okay, now at this time, this is not tricky, but it is a little bit different. Spend a little bit of time explaining how to install Java Eclipse and how it's different from other computer programs, that typical computer programs. So when you download this package, it comes as a zip file. It looks like a folder. You double click it, you can even open the folder, and it looks like you can access these files, but you can't. It's very deceiving. You have to decompress the zip file. So in order to do that, like Mac, Windows, Vista, and XP, it's pretty much all the same. Right click it, or control click in Mac. You want to go extract all and simply extract the files. So what you're doing is you're taking that archive file and you're decompressing it. All right, and when you decompress it, it should come out with another folder which looks the same, is named the same, except it doesn't have a zipper down the middle. So when you finish, show extractor file, sure. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is the extracted file. So let me just close this window off and just show you right here. So this is the extracted folder, and this is the folder that yeah, and this is now because we extracted it, we really don't need this one anymore, so just delete it. Okay, So the neat thing I want to show you about this one is you notice that in this folder is another folder called Eclipse. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click this, I'm going to cut it, and go back to my desktop. I'm going to just paste it into my desktop. Okay, and I don't need this one anymore. Okay, so inside this Eclipse folder is basically Eclipse. Now the neat thing about this program, and this is why it's different than other programs, is you notice that there's no setup or there's no install option, and that's kind of neat. So if you go to Start Control Panel, and if you have a look at your Add Remove Programs, you want to notice that Java Eclipse is not going to be in the list. Okay, so if we look through these programs, it's not going to be in the list. So what that basically means is that you can run this program, but it doesn't really install in your computer like a typical computer program. So in order to run the programs, here's how you do it. You open the program, you click on Eclipse, and you run it. And it's really that simple. So just give it a second to load up. So the first thing it's going to ask you is to save a workspace. Where do you want to save your work? So you can save it to wherever you want. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Browse, and I'm going to save it to My Documents. And I'm going inside My Documents. I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it Java, and I'm going to save it to My Documents. Right. So I've just basically changed the default where it's going to save by default to something else. Save it to My Documents to Java. So you can save your data to wherever you want. Alright, use this as default. Do not ask me again. You can check it off. I'm just going to leave it unchecked and click OK. So now Eclipse is, well, you don't have to install it. You just uncompress it. You're running Eclipse. It knows where you want to store the data, and you are at the introduction screen. So make it a little bit bigger. So what I would totally recommend you do is spend some time to go through the overview of the features, what's new, try out some samples, tutorials. So I would spend, well, my wish list is I would like for you guys to spend a lot of time on each one of them, but however, whatever time you spend on this is definitely worth it. Okay, so definitely spend some time doing this stuff, and I'm pretty much gonna almost end the tutorial now. And the next one will pick up basically right where we left off, and we're going to start to use it, and I'll walk you through a really simple Hello World program. Okay, so closing Eclipse. So Eclipse is a little bit different in that it doesn't install itself into my programs. So the next thing here I want to recommend that you do is, what I would do is this. I would actually take Eclipse off your desktop, because right now it's in your desktop. I would take it off your desktop and put it into your program folder. This is how you do it. Click on Eclipse, right click it, cut, start, My Computer, local C drive, look for program files, and just paste the folder into here. Okay, so now you have, I'm going to go to list view. Now you have a folder called Eclipse. Now what you want to do is, now Eclipse is no longer on your desktop, so you can't run it. So what you can do is you can create a shortcut on your desktop from that folder. So go back to C program files. So again, to show you how to do that, start My Computer, C program files, and look for Eclipse. And then where you see Eclipse here, simply right click it, create a shortcut, and here's your shortcut to Eclipse. Simply right click that, copy, go back to your desktop, paste it, okay, and here you have a link to Eclipse. Eclipse is not, the actual program is not on your desktop. You kind of want to keep your desktop clean and uncluttered, but what this does is it links to, is a direct link to Eclipse that's now in your program files. Alright, so okay, so when you load Eclipse again, it's asking you Workspace. It's asking you to confirm the workspace. Yes, I want to use this one, and click OK. Now, I guess the last thing I want to do, last thing I want to show you very, very fast here is how to uninstall Eclipse. If it's not in your control panel, how do you get rid of it? Really easy. Go to Start, My Computer, C Drive, Program Files, or wherever you stored Eclipse, and just simply delete the folder. That's it. So it really can't get any easier than that. That's kind of nice. I'll explain this in the next tutorial. Unfortunately, with Eclipse, that's the only thing that's easy to do in Eclipse. Eclipse is a really, really powerful tool, professional grade, and like other tools, computer tools like that, it's it's not easy to use. But my attitude is always, well, you don't have to be no one says you have to be an expert to use it. I mean, you can use it but not use all the expert features, and and still say that you can use it. So that's basically what we're gonna do. Okay, that's it.